All right, on this episode of Bowks Talking Bouts, excited to be talking to an individual set to compete at BYB 11, which transpires August the 27th. The middleweight championship up for grabs in the co-main event. Gabriel Freyre and Desmond Green getting out there into the mighty Trigon, and happy to be welcoming Desmond onto the show. How's your day going so far there, man?
My day's going good, man. Going good. Can't complain. Actually, it's great. I woke up today, did a little 5-mile run with one of my boys. So, started off the day with that nice Florida heat. It's good to get those that road work in.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely some good stuff there, for sure. But I imagine you're excited about this because I was seeing an interview you did after your last BYB fight there, and it seemed like a big focus was, getting some titles going in the, upcoming year from that, point you were talking after the last BYB fight. So what was the excitement level when this bout offer got put on the radar there, just for the title and all that?
Yeah, for the title and just the fight period. I mean, you know me, I've got 30-something MMA fights. Just stepped into bare knuckle less than a year ago, and I'm already going on my third bare knuckle fight. So, I mean, anybody that knows me, I like to stay active. I tell people all the time, if I was rich, I would fight for free. You know what I mean? I don't do this for the money, the fame, the notoriety. I do it because
Yeah, for sure, man. And you've got a good record going so far, just 2-0 now with the back-to-back BYB victories. Do you feel like you were able to get like a good range of experiences through there, just in the sense of the debut being that, first round finish?
out there. So, yeah. Again?
Oh, sorry, you kind of cut out there for a second, but I was just saying just now with the, 2-0 bare knuckle boxing record there, like, have you got a good, like, range of experiences so far, just in the sense of the debut being a first round finish and then getting to go the full 5 rounds the second time out?
Yeah, that second fight, it was a good one, Mastoka was pretty good. He gave me quite the challenge, and it was fun. Of course, I always go out there looking for the finish, but being able to go to 5 rounds, it just gave me some well-needed experience. Like I said, that was only my second bare knuckle fight, so the first one with Shippens only lasted about I think minute and maybe 2 minutes. Was it the first round? I think it was the first round, so it didn't last too long. So being able to go out there, I'm actually gracious that I didn't finish Mastoka and we went the whole 5 because I was able to get a lot more handle on how you strike and just the whole bare knuckle fight game.
Yeah, and also I was noticing, since your last BYB fight there, you've actually had a pair of MMA fights. Are you looking to maybe split a bit of time between MMA and, BYB there? Or if you get the ideal outcome and capture the title here, maybe defending the title and bare knuckle becomes the sole focus?
There's not even a real agenda with it. For me, is whoever offers a fight. I'm BYB under contract. Well, luckily Mike, me and him have a good relationship. So what happened was, they didn't really have an opponent or a fight date for me. So I asked them in the meantime, let me do some MMA fights. So they allowed me to do that. And once I win this fight in August, if there's another 2-3 month layoff between my BYB fights and me defending the title, I'll fight MMA again. Or if, the following month or whatever, they find, an opponent for me to defend the title against, I'm all for taking it. But, everything's kind of running on this timeline with my whole legal case, too. So, depending on when this gets done, God willing, it's done by the end of the summer. So, in my eyes, if I could grab this title, finish my legal case, and, get back to fighting with the UFC by the fall, that would be great. If it goes longer, I want to defend my BYB title. I just want to stay active. Mike knows that. So, whatever the case may be, whether he got somebody right next in line, I'll take it for sure. My answer is always yes to anybody that wants to fight me.
Yeah, I can understand that. And just like on the level of, honing the skills in this like bare knuckle transition, it seems like Coach Domingo has really been helpful in the lab there. And I saw you getting in some work with Luis Pena, it looked like, just in terms of like sparring partners and, trainers and stuff like that. Who's like really, created that growth in your bare knuckle boxing game, you feel?
Bare knuckle wise, yeah, definitely. Coach Domingo, he's really helped elevate my boxing skills. And my coach Greg Choplin, he's my primary striking, all-around striking coach. And so those guys, and then everybody, the guys that come in at KO Zone, I get a lot of work in with these boxers that's in South Florida. I get a lot of guys that come in and do spar rounds with me. My boy Bryce, my one guy Isaac. These are guys that's in the professional boxing circuit. So, it's really just a team effort, really.
And also just on the level of just if you do any kind of different techniques to galvanize the hands there. Because I've talked to certain bare knuckle boxers that go that route, and some are kind of like why the hell would I, do stuff like that? Like, like punching the sand and like the Muay Thai boards, and some guys like will hit their hand with a stick and all that kind of stuff. Do you do anything to galvanize your hands, or is that something that's not part of your prep at all?
No, I just, I try to do my mitts. You know what I mean? If I do 10 rounds of mitts, I try to do 3, 4 without any boxing gloves on and no wraps. And, you know what I mean? Other than that, I just, my bones and my hands, they kind of callous on their own. I've been around the block. I've been doing this for over a decade now. So, I think they're pretty hard. And even before I got into MMA, I've got a ton of street fights coming up as a kid, so, I think I was kind of built for this.
And also, I'm always curious to ask about the, compact dimensions of the Trigon and everything like that. Does that lend itself to your fight approach at all? Like, do you have to, like, is it a different fighting experience being in such a compact Trigon as opposed to maybe some of your previous experiences and various cages and things of that nature?
Yeah, for sure. The Trigon is definitely the smallest ring that I've ever fought in. But, lucky a guy like me, I like to move a lot, and, I got good footwork, so I'm able to adapt to it pretty well. But that's everybody fighting the Trigons like dodging bullets, have the tools to, help navigate that. So because, I move and groove with the best of them. So it works for me.
Yeah, for sure. And then just an interesting upcoming opponent here, just, very similar to you in as far as like having that 2-0 BYB record where they've also garnered a stoppage and also ended up going the distance in one of their fights there. Like, what are your thoughts on Gabriel Freyre as you prepare for this title fight?
No, you know what I mean? And this guy's been talking a lot of shit on the internet. They're saying this and that. I made one post to promote the fight. I tune in August 27th to watch me add to the highlight reel. And this guy took it and ran with it, saying I was being disrespectful and he's going to show me this, that, and the fourth. And I just don't understand it. I'm like, what was I supposed to say? Tune in August 27th to watch me lose. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy. People, they got their own little things that they need to keep them hyped. But in terms of being prepared, I really don't think that he knows what's going to come his way. I'm top of the food chain. I've been doing this time in, time out. I've been at the top. Like, I've been doing this for a while. You know what I mean? I'm a veteran in the game. So, he's saying, oh, this ain't the UFC, da-da-da. But this guy has 2 bare-knuckle fights, and I have 2 bare-knuckle fights. So I don't know why he thinks he has a ton of experience. Now, when you go to combat experience period, I've got 30-plus fights logged under my belt. So, he'll learn soon enough.
Yeah, it's a very interesting competition there for sure, but I thought to ask this just because I've seen, Rochester, New York is a place you very much rep, the hometown and all that there, and I'm about to go there for the second time in early July. I feel like I didn't get the full experience the first time out. Like, what are some go-to kind of, fun things to do in the area? Do you have any recommendations for, like, a guy who's largely an outsider going through Rochester there?
Yeah, Rochester. There's different things to do. I would suggest, probably checking out. They got a pretty dope museum. They've got, it's not, it's a bit old. It's an old town, so I say check out the museum. They got some pretty good malls. Don't really got nothing off top of my head per se, but yeah, just go check out the scenery. They've got a nice downtown area.
And I was seeing on the Instagram a little bit ago, it doesn't look like Jason Jackson is the Coconut Man anymore. Why do you have a new Coconut Man? Like, why is Jason Jackson on suspension there?
No, that's just some fun play I got with my boy. He lives up in Fort Lauderdale. I stay in Miami now, and because of my legal situation, I can't travel freely. So, he comes down every now and again and brings some coconuts, but he hasn't been down in a while. So I was like, I'm about to, my one boy bought me in some coconuts and shot them up for me. So I said, I'm about to make this video, try to motivate him to get down here and drop me off some more coconuts.
Yes, Ong La, Unsong, and Martin Ewan quite enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And just one of the last things I kind of wanted to touch on here, because I was noticing that, like, before your fighting career really took off, you were working part-time as a cashier at Walmart. Like, do you have any, like, crazy stories from that or trippy kind of experiences from that? I would think you've maybe seen some things in that position, or perhaps not so much.
No, my time when I was working at Walmart, it was kind of low key. It was real chill. I was living in this small town called Ithaca, New York. So I'm not sure if you're familiar, but it's where Cornell is. But it's a really small town. Like, there's one Walmart throughout the whole town, one mall. So it's pretty low key. I did the register and then I worked overnight. So it wasn't nothing too crazy. I don't got any crazy extravagant stories for that one. But it definitely built character, you know what I mean? Working overnight and then going straight from work to training in the morning. And then when I first moved there, I was sleeping in the gym, for a couple hours during the day, go back to practice, grab a couple hour nap, and then go back to working overnight. So it just helped me appreciate the grind.
Yeah, for sure. Good to have that kind of perspective, for sure. But you've been really great with your time, Desmond, and I want to be mindful of your schedule and everything, man. So is there anything you might want to add as a parting thought as we're kind of wrapping up here?
No, man. Just everybody tune in August 27th. Like I said, definitely going to add to the highlight reel. And this guy's been talking a lot of shit online. I haven't been responding because I'm gonna let the fight talk for itself. So be tuned in. Shout out my team, KO Zone. My boys up north at Stanford MMA. Henry Hoop and the whole gang. My boy Michael Johnson, Jason Jackson. Everybody. They both got fights coming up. So I'm just excited to get after it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight there with the BYB middleweight championship being decided at BYB 11, and going to be excited to check out this fight with Gabriel Freyre and Desmond Green, as is a sentiment I imagine is shared by the bare knuckle boxing fan base there. And just, thanks so much for coming on the show ahead of this fight here, man. You enjoy the rest of your day, and looking forward to checking out the fight when it goes down there.
No problem, bro. No problem. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.